Okay, so another great tip before you head to the store, because you know us ladies, we love to shop and we could end up coming out with a bunch of things that we can't even use for our flat lays. So before you head to the store, make sure that you create a list of items that you can use. Identify certain things like desk accessories or backdrops or stickers or things that you're going to want to include in your flat lay. That way you can keep yourself on track and you don't end up with a whole bunch of stuff and having to hear it from your husband later. So a great idea that you can use for your flat lays is craft paper. So you can come into any craft store down their aisles where they've got all their scrapbooking paper, and you can see different textures, different colors. They've got tons of variety. So whether you're using it as a quick backdrop or you're using it as an accessory in your flat lay, you can come here and collect up all kinds of different scrapbook paper for a really cheap cost to be able to add it to your repertoire and have it for all of your flat lays. So I'm here in this aisle because there are so many amazing things that I think are gorgeous and would love in my house. But let me tell you why these things are not going to be good for a flat lay. So take this for instance, super cute. You could probably hold some flowers in it. You could put it in your kitchen, do all kinds of stuff with it. Why isn't it good for a flat lay? Well, because if you look at it from the top, because flat lays are flat, you're only going to see this part. You're not even really going to see that it's an actual jar or that you may have items in it. So keep in mind when you're looking for your props to look for items that are going to be good for a flat lay and are going to be flat, and look at them from the top view. A couple of other things. Stuff is reflective, so you can see that obviously this picture frame is really reflective. Be careful of these kinds of things. You'll run into a lot of lighting issues and obviously get a little bit of glare back and reflection, and you might end up appearing in your own flat lay and not in the way that you hoped. Put that back. There are a couple of things that would work well for a flat lay, and one of those would be something like this. This works great because you can lay it flat and you'll be able to see all of the writing. So it'll be along the same height of the items that you've got on your flat lay, and it will also be something that you can see all of the writing on it. So make sure that when you're looking for your items, you keep these kinds of things in mind, because while this is super cute and may look great in my kitchen, it's not going to be the most ideal thing to have in your flat lay. So another great tip for your flat lays would be to add florals. Now, going and using real flowers are obviously my preference, and I try to do that in most of my clients' flat lays and most of my own. However, it can get really pricey, especially because the flowers die pretty quickly. So to be able to have a few items that you can keep with you for flat lays at any time, consider some fake flowers that you can find at your local craft store. A great tip for looking for flat lay flowers would be to make sure that they look authentic. So if you go and you take a look at them and you're like, looks kind of fake, don't settle, because they're going to look fake in your picture and you're not going to be very happy with it. So try to make sure that you pick something that looks real. So for instance, for me, this is a pretty good looking bouquet. It doesn't have any tags, doesn't have any leaves or showing any vines or anything that you'd be able to tell that it's not an actual real bouquet that you have in your flat lay. So when you go through and you're looking down the aisle, take a look at those kinds of things. For instance, this would probably not be a very good item because you can see where it connects and you can see the fake vines along the backside of the leaves. So these are going to be details that are going to likely show up in your photos, and you'll be unhappy overall with the outcome because they're going to look like they're fake flowers instead of a pretty nice bouquet that you put together just for your flat lay. So another great tip that you can use for flat lays is ribbon. You can go into any craft store, into an aisle just like this with tons of different ribbon, all kinds of colors, textures, lengths, thickness, all of that good stuff. And you can find something that fits your brand. So maybe you've got a little bit of vintage lace in your brand. They've got ivory, they've got pink, all kinds of colors here. So you can just get a spindle of this. It's something that you can use to kind of twirl around some of the flowers in your flat lay, or lay it across the desk space that you have there and use it as a little bit of a textured item. So this is a great tip to be able to use. Find it in any craft store, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, all of that good stuff, and any kind of color that would fit you.